Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into another video on TK's Tech Corner. Today we're going to be taking a look at this awesome tablet here, the Lenovo Legion Y700 2023 model. And the reason why I mentioned the year is it's very important. They've released a model of this in 2022. That was also a Y700, and they've released another one, which is effectively like a revised, refreshed, revamped model in 2023. And instead of changing the model number, all they've done is added the year to the end of the device. So if you're looking for one of these on the market, it's just good to note that there are a couple of variations of this product, and it's very easy to pick up the wrong one. So pay attention if you or when you want to buy this product, that you get Y700 2023 if you want this specific model in the video. So what you're getting here, and I've already taken it out of the box, I'll show you what's in the box anyway because I've been using it for a few days, is an 8.8 inch tablet. It supports a 1600 by 2560 pixel display, which is an incredibly high resolution for such a small display. It's got an IPS LCD panel that supports 144 Hz refresh rate. It's adjustable, I think, between 60, 120 and 144. Dolby Vision, HDR10. It's got a 500 nits type display on it as well. And the aspect ratio, in case you're wondering, is 16 by 10. 343 ppi pixel density on this device. It also comes in two models, or two different configurations for the 2023 model. So you're getting either 12 gig of RAM and 256 gig of storage, or 16 gig of RAM and 512 gig of storage. This is the latter of the two. This is the one that's supporting 16 and 512. So also supports a micro SD card slot, and measures in at just 7.6 millimeters of thickness, weighing 350 grams. This specific model was released in July 2023. So it's a few months old. I've got it here. I've been playing with it for a few days. I wanted to just share a quick review with you on how awesome the device is. It really is great from a gaming perspective. It is from their Legion range, which is geared towards gamers. Hence the specification of the display, which is up to 444 Hz. And then I've got some accessories that we're just going to go through as well. I've got a couple of cases. I've got another case coming, which isn't here yet, which is going to be a nice stand case. I'll do a review on that separately. And this device also supports a stylus. So I've got the official Lenovo Pencil here. Sorry about the glare. And we'll just get that out of the box in a bit as well. We'll do a little test on it. I'll probably have to pair it up, I'm guessing, and then just see how it works on some sort of a note-taking application. So I'm just going to put that aside a second. I've got it out already, and I'm going to move it to this side because the reflection of my screen light, so my light panel, is too much. I'm going to get the box open. Just to show you what's in the box, nothing too much. So on this side, we've got the pin to remove the SD card slot, tray, and then we've got a USB-C to C charging cable there as well. There's nothing else on this side of the box at all apart from some paperwork, as you can see there. And then on the flip side, so over here, we've got just a power brick. Now, this is not available in the UK. You're going to have to get it from abroad. So this model is from China. And you can see here it's got a 2-pin power brick. Now the device has I think it's a 6550 milliamp hour, 6550 milliamp hour LiPo battery. And the specification says it supports 45 watt wide charging. So no wireless charging. Now this power brick, and it probably isn't going to focus in on it, so I'll read it out to you, supports up to, it's a pretty monstrous brick, 60, I'm just going to bring it close to me so I can read it properly, 69.2 watts max. So that's 11 volt, 6.2 amp profile. That's a pretty high power output for a brick, which is of that size. Now, if I have an adapter, I may use it. Otherwise, it's probably going to spend most of its life in the box. Using this power adapter or another power adapter that's going to give you a 45 watt output is going to get this thing into a turbocharge mode, and it does charge pretty quickly. Another very impressive thing about this tablet, which I would love to see on more devices, I'm just going to get the box out of the way. I'd love to see more going forward on other devices, is USB-C port. So you've got USB-C that's 3.1 Gen 2, but because one port isn't enough, they've gone and added two. Now, why is that great? Because it gives you flexibility of charging. If you're holding the device like this, you can charge from there. If you're holding the device like this and gaming, you can charge from there. You're not hampered by the charging cable and port. Whichever rotation you're playing in, if you're playing a portrait game or reading, you can use that port. Landscape, you can use that port. You've got the best of both worlds. Really important little feature there that I think is worth emphasizing. If we had this on more tablets, I would be very happy. So let's get some cases out first. Let's go through the accessories quickly, and then we'll test out the pen. And whilst I'm doing that, I'll just explain a main game I've tried on there. I've played Call of Duty on there, and I can say for a device of this size, to be able to hold it, it's a bit bigger than my Fold when it's open, is a really comfortable experience, and it's not too heavy. So not like you're holding a 10 or 12-inch tablet or 14-inch tablet, but holding something like this, which is about 8.8 inches in size, and there's not much bezel to it either. You get a really nice, comfortable gaming experience, especially once the cases are on. It's going to be nice because we're going to have a bit more grip. Before I put the case on, let's just talk around the back as well. So on the back, we've got two cameras. And then I think from a camera spec perspective, we've got a 13 megapixel wide. We've got a 2 megapixel macro camera as well. It's got an LED flash there as well. And from a video recording perspective, it supports 1080p at 30 frames per second. You're not going to be blown away by the cameras, but then again, this is not aimed at photographers. This is aimed at gamers who want to sit down and play a game. On the front, if you want to have video calls with this, you have got a selfie camera, and the selfie camera is an 8 megapixel camera. Supports 1080p 30 frames per second for video as well. Two stereo speakers, so one on each side, as you can see there as well. There's no 3.5mm jack, and apparently the speakers on this device are tuned by JBL. So and I can say the sound output is pretty decent. Really good quality sound output. No complaints in that department at all. So let's have a look at the cases. This first case here is just a standard, it's a TPU rubber type case. I'll put the links in the description as to where I bought these. So when you get your device, the first thing you're probably going to be thinking about, like me, is how do I protect this thing? I don't want it to get any bumps and scratches. One thing that's really important to note, again, is when you're buying these cases, make sure you buy the one for the correct model. Make sure you're getting one for the Y700 2023 model, because if you don't, you'll end up with a case that might fit on there, but all the buttons layout is different. The cutouts for the microphones, the two USB ports, which the 2022 model doesn't have, I believe, are all going to be in different places, in the wrong places. So make sure you pay attention when you're buying the case. So first, let's go ahead and get, so this got a nice textured interior as well, which is gonna, it's probably gonna just hold the device nicely, and it's not gonna get stuck to it because of the way it's designed. So let's pop this in and see how it fits. This case cost me about £3, so it's very cheap. But for a £3 case, I can tell you the fit is fantastic. That's gone on really nicely. You can see the camera cutout is perfect. The microphones, we've got dual mics there, absolutely fine. The speaker cutouts, the USB-C port there is fine. Mic, and finally the USB-C port on the bottom of the device there, or the side, whichever way you want to look at it. So let's hit the buttons. The buttons looks like they're in the right place. They are. And all of a sudden, that feels really nice. So you've got a bit more grip on the device. It's not as slippy with the case on it. If you're putting it down on the table for some note-taking maybe, like I will be doing, you're not going to be worried about the back getting scratched by something on the table. It's nice to protect these devices and protect your investments. So that's the first case out of the way. Let's get to the second case. This case here is more like a folio bookcase. Typically, you'll see these with in the mass markets, the iPads and the Samsung Galaxy tabs. Slightly thicker because it's got the rubber shell, and on top of the rubber shell they have, actually the rubber shell is identical to that one. So it's basically that case, which means it's going to fit perfectly, which is great. It really is exactly the same case, and onto it they've stuck this little flappy thing which is going to sit on top of the device like this and protect the screen as well. So if you're throwing it in your bag, you've got full all-round protection. It is firm, and it's got 2 notches there that's going to allow you to pitch up the device at 2 different angles based on your preference for viewing. And then if you want to fold it back, you can still fold it back, get it flat on the table, and you're note taking again. So this case cost, again, it was a few pounds. I think it was like £5 or £6. Not very expensive. They're both from AliExpress. Third case coming was a bit more expensive. I say that, but it wasn't very expensive. It was only about £9, I think. £6 or £9 is what that one. Again, very, very cheap options to protect your investments. And I will paste a link for these cases that I have bought in the description, so you know you're getting exactly the same thing that I'm showing you on the video here. Now, as I said, the fit on this thing, you can see how tight it is because it's not coming off very, very easily, right? Which is a good sign because it means it's not going to slip off accidentally while you're using it. That case and that case are identical. They really are. It's exactly the same case. They've just added a little bit on, which means we're not going to have any problems with the fit again. So let's get that in. Now, the thing about a case like this is if you're gaming, you're managing the flap on the back. It's not the most uncomfortable thing, but it's not my preference from a gaming perspective. You'd rather be completely free. You could kind of do some weird stuff like that, I suppose, if you wanted to. But there you go. So let's get that to the side. We don't need that anymore. I'm going to move all of this so that it doesn't add any reflections. Minimize where I can. I'm going to try and close this. I don't know if there's any magnet that's going to close it, turn off the display. Yes, there is. So as you can see, it's locked there now. I'll just do that once more so you can see it. Device is unlocked. I'm closing it. I'm opening it. It's activating, but it's locked. So that's nice. So you know if this is in your bag like this, the device display is going to stay in off mode. The screen's going to be off. And you've got all-round protection there. It really does feel nice. Yeah, it's adding a little bit of weight to it, a bit of thickness to it. But then what you're getting in terms of protection for your device is well worth that additional little bulk factor there. Again, especially if you're using this out and about, reading books on this thing, watching movies, it's going to be very nice. Let's pitch it up. Pitches up at a nice angle. It is sturdy-ish. If you're not moving it around, it's going to be fine. You can prod the screen absolutely fine as well, as you can see there. A little bit of movement and it's fallen over. Little bit of movement. It's got 2 angles, which it again, there's no magnet holding this in place, right? So once it's rooted, it's not going to go anywhere. If you're prodding it, it's going to be okay. You can see you're never going to be tapping the screen that hard. It's going to be absolutely fine. This is really nice if you've got this out, you're in a cafe or you're sitting out somewhere and you want to have a little gaming session. Get your game controller out, whip it out, and you're going to have a pretty good gaming session on there. I've been playing some remote play on this thing, and it is a really, really nice display for streaming PS5 and Xbox games too. It works a treat. Really, really nice. So this case is staying on for now for the remainder of this video. I'm not going to rip it open. We're going to go and get the pencil out. So let's get this. This is the official Lenovo Pencil. Again, I will paste a link to this in the description. You can see it's come well packaged. Everything comes in bubble wrapping, and then another bag, and too many bags. So official Lenovo Pencil. It says official. I hope it is official. The amount it costs, it should be official. It's not the most expensive pencil in the world though. It looks like it's going to support charging via a USB-C cable. There's a little tag on here which I may have to just cut open. So just get my blade. Right, and let's get this thing out of the box. Right. Now I'll lay the tablet flat in a minute. We'll get this thing into pairing mode. Let's see what's in there. We've got the pencil. Nice. The C port is right there. Interesting place for the C port. It's not a problem, it's just there. And then on the front side of it, we've got a button, single button, which is going to probably control some functionality. A plastic type tip, which feels nice. Not so much friction against the display. Maybe we could get a slightly rubbery one, would be quite nice, I reckon. I don't know if there are other tips in the package. Let's have a look. There is a tip, there's an additional tip in there. I don't know if the tip is going to have a different texture. If it does, I'll probably swap it out because I prefer a bit more friction, or if it's just a spare tip. In any case, it's nice that even if it is just a spare tip, that we have got another tip in the pack. Let's just get that out quickly and take a good look at it. I don't see a tool at the moment to change the tip, but I'll just check the packaging to make sure I haven't missed anything. So that tip has exactly the same texture as the one on the pencil. Not a problem. I'm going to search for some rubbery tips. If I find them, I'll let you know. If you're interested, let me know and I will let you know. I'm just going to close that for now and leave that in the package because it's nice to have a spare tip safe. There's nothing else in the box whatsoever. So we've got the pencil wrapped in this bit of plastic here. Again, it does look like the official pencil. There's all sorts of stickers and paperwork and the official company logo on it as well. And the model number of this, I suppose, is going to be this. The AP500U is the model number of this pencil. Now, it does say we've got to stick a USB-C cable in there. There is no C cable in the box already. I don't know if it means it's already charged or if it needs to be charged, but I don't need to take this off to get it working. So I'm going to hold the button because that's normally how things work. And I'm also going to get this into a pairing mode. Let's see if it finds the pencil. Nope. I think I might have to plug a... So I'm holding it for a bit. There's no indicator like that I can see on here, so I can't tell what the status of this thing is. I don't know if it's in pairing mode, if it's not in pairing mode. It may be that I've got to connect it via USB-C cable to get it paired in the first place. So I'm just going to pause this video just for 1 second because I haven't got a C cable immediately to hand. I want to just get the C cable and we'll see what happens. Right, I've got the cable here, so let's plug this into the pencil and let's plug the other side into the tablet. One of 2 USB-C ports. I can take my pick. I'll go for the bottom one there. I plugged it in and it's come up. So there's the pencil. I'm going to click connect. It's saying it's complete and that is now working. So Lenovo Pen, it's telling me that 1, I've got to plug the pencil in, and 2, so press and hold the button for 8 seconds to start pairing. The white light flashes, does it? There's a white light on there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, mind you, it's already connected now, so I don't know why I need to get it into a pairing mode, but I've not done a good job of anything there. I think I've turned the pencil off. Right, there is a light, it's at the top. I'm clicking connect with my finger. The light's gone orange. You may or may not be able to see the light. I'll try and cover that so you can see it. It's orange now because it's charging. Otherwise, it looks like it uses a white color indicator. So that's done. If I'm pressing it, I'm getting a little pop-up menu on the side. So that's working away from the device, similar to what you get with the S Pen, and I'm guessing on the iPad, same as well. You've got some stuff popping up on the side there. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a new note. Yes, it is. And that is responsive. What more can I say other than that's responsive? Yep, that's working absolutely fine. Now, one thing I am going to do, so I'm gonna disconnect it. I don't know how much charge it's got. It may stop working, it may not, right? It's working, cool. I'm just going to quickly fire up OneNote on here, see if I've got OneNote on the device. If I have, then great. If not, it is in there. I'm just going to make sure I haven't got any personal notes open. And then we'll go ahead and do a test on OneNote because of all things, I use OneNote to write. Right, so I've got OneNote open. And you can see on there it's not working. Well, hey, why? I don't know. It is working. So okay, there you go. So And I'm trying to use the button to get into an eraser mode, which isn't working. Hopefully there's an option to customize what's going on here. No idea what's going on here. Right, okay, so that's the other note-taking app, which is just opened up. Quite nice. It's got a pop-up note-taking app. So this is as part of the I guess the pen suite on this product here. I have no idea how to exit it. Maybe it's going to exit like that. Minimize. Okay, cool. Now, if I press the button again, it's probably going to pop up again. Yeah, it has. Right. So when I press the button and tap on the screen, the note pops up, which is nice from you want to get into a note-taking session very, very quickly, right? Don't have to worry about firing at one note. What I will be doing is understanding, and if I find some shortcuts, I'll let you know, what options there are to set for the pen, so that, for example, I want to launch OneNote instead of this note-taking app. I can launch OneNote instead of launching this. So if that works, so you can use the pen for media playback controls, very similar functionality to the S Pen, only costs a lot less. You can use it as a camera remote, music playback. So you can use it as a remote control and you can turn that off. And you can also use it for slideshows, which might be quite useful when you're using it for work. What else have we got here? So notes. Yeah, okay, cool. Main thing is it works on OneNote. I need to find out if I can customize. The back does not work as an eraser. I was trying it out like the S Pen. So not the S Pen, the Microsoft pen for the Surface. But otherwise, hello TK's Tech. Working absolutely fine. That's going to be good for some note taking. There's no way of attaching this to the device through a magnet from what I can see. If there is, have I missed it? No, I don't think so. Some sort of a magnet there because it's going on and off. I don't know if the case I've got on here is stopping it from working or not. But that to me does not look like it's going to stick on anywhere with a magnet, which is not a problem. I have to find a way of carrying it. I don't think this case is hampering me from connecting this to the device at all. So I don't think there's any option to attach this magnetically to the device. If it could fit on the side, it would be quite nice because size-wise, it definitely marries up to the size of this tablet. And it would be a quite nice little notebook. Maybe there are some cases that allow you to carry the pen with it. Maybe there aren't. I haven't seen any. If I come across them, I'll include them in the next video. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions about the tablet or any of the accessories that I've reviewed here, please ask the questions in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner to support my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.